All right, let's talk about a book that tackles a problem we all face but rarely name. Why Simple Wins by Lisa Bodell. We're going to dissect this because there's a hidden enemy that quietly sabotages our productivity and just kills our best ideas. It's time to learn how to fight back. Let's get into it. So, does your workday feel like you're just wading through mud? You're bouncing from one pointless meeting to another, your inbox is a disaster zone, and you're dealing with processes that make absolutely no sense. You clock in aiming to do something meaningful, something creative, but you end the day totally drained, having spent all your energy on busy work that didn't move the needle one bit. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. Look, the problem isn't your work ethic. It's not that you aren't trying hard enough. According to author and simplification expert Lisa Bodell, you, your team, and maybe your whole company are probably caught in what she calls the complexity trap. It's this default work culture where we just keep adding more steps, more rules, more approvals until we're buried and can't get to the work that actually matters. To make this really hit home, let's meet Alex. He's working in a monotonous corporate cubicle in London. He feels like he's on a treadmill, running faster every single week but going absolutely nowhere. And even with all the long hours, his stress is through the roof. He is completely paralyzed by complexity, and it's making it impossible for him to do the innovative, strategic work he was hired for in the first place. So what exactly is this complexity trap that has Alex, and probably a lot of us, feeling so stuck? Let's really break down what's going on under the hood here. Bartle defines the complexity trap as a full-blown systemic crisis. It's what happens when a company gets so tangled up in its own red tape, redundant reports, endless approval chains, those reply-all email nightmares, that it literally chokes its own ability to do valuable work. The key insight here is that the problem isn't the people, it's the process. And listen, the stakes here are incredibly high. Bodell doesn't mince words. She calls complexity the silent killer of innovation. And it makes perfect sense, right? When every bit of your team's energy is being spent just navigating internal bureaucracy, there's just no time, no brain power, no space left for the creative thinking you need to actually get ahead of the competition. Now, this isn't just some vague, frustrating feeling. This has a real, tangible, and honestly, devastating financial cost. Studies have shown that all this unnecessary complexity can eat up to 10% of a company's annual profits. Just think about that. That's a massive financial drain from wasted hours, delayed projects, and missed opportunities, all because we're too busy with busy work to focus. So how in the world did we get here? Well, a big part of it comes from this really flawed mindset we've all been taught. In the corporate world, we're conditioned to believe that more is always better. More features, more reports, more meetings. But this instinct to just keep adding stuff, it's the very engine that powers the complexity machine. And this right here is where we need a major shift in our thinking. The goals should never, ever be about the volume of our work. It needs to be about radically increasing the value of our work. And that means being really intentional and focusing our limited time and energy only on the things that drive real, measurable results. So if the problem is this culture of just adding more and more, then the solution, as you can probably guess, is to start taking things away. Let's explore how this really simple idea can become a super powerful strategy for change. You see, the cure for complexity isn't some new management tool or another piece of software. The real cure is a fundamental shift in our mindset towards subtraction. It's about being brave enough to actively find and eliminate the work that just doesn't add value. It's always easy to add another layer, but real progress, that comes from blowing up what doesn't work. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually put it into practice? Well, Bodell gives us this powerful, and I have to say, brilliantly named tool that anyone at any level of a company can start using right away. It's called Kill a Stupid Rule. Here's how it works in 4 simple steps. First, get your team together and just brainstorm all the internal rules and processes that drive you nuts. Second, plot them on a simple grid. What's the impact of killing it versus how easy is it to actually kill? Third, talk about the common themes you see. And fourth, and this is the most important part, you empower the team to kill one of those rules right then and there, on the spot. No waiting for approval. Let's go back to Alex. His team was burning 4 hours times every single Friday putting together this dense report that, it turned out, nobody in management was even reading. So using this framework, they flagged it as a high-impact, easy-to-kill rule, they made their case to their manager, and boom, the report was gone that same day. That one small change freed up dozens of hours of valuable time every single month. And that just perfectly shows the power of a simple framework. Kill a Stupid Rule is just one of many practical tools in Bodell's toolkit. See, these aren't just vague ideas. They are structured, actionable exercises that are designed to take a team from "this is frustrating" to "we fixed it." And these tactics go way beyond just rules. I mean, imagine implementing meeting-free Wednesdays to guarantee an entire day of deep, focused work for your whole team. Or what if you adopted the kindergarten test, where any new idea has to be simple enough for a 5-year-old to get it? Or defining roles by the results they achieve, not by a long list of tasks. Each one of these is a concrete step toward a simpler, more effective workplace. So what's the endgame here? It's not just about killing a few annoying rules. It's really about fundamentally changing your role and your company's culture for the better. So let's check back in with Alex 6 months later. The change is incredible. He's not just surviving the week anymore. He is thriving. By becoming a champion for simplicity, he's helped his team surgically remove all that low-value work and refocus their energy on big, important projects. He's more engaged, he's seen as a leader, and for the first time in a long time, he feels empowered because his work actually matters. And this is really the ultimate takeaway. In a study of top-performing companies, the most successful leaders didn't see their job as managing complexity, they saw their job as destroying it. They understood their role wasn't just to be the CEO, but to be the chief simplifier, the person who clears the path so their teams can do their absolute best work. And that brings us right back to you. Simplification isn't a gift. It's a skill that anyone can learn and build. It doesn't require a huge budget or a fancy title. All it takes is the courage to ask why and to challenge the way things have always been done. So as you finish up here, ask yourself, what's one stupid rule, at work or even in your own life, that you could kill tomorrow? The power to simplify is in your hands.